But we're ready for Dallas. It's pretty cool. I'm excited. How the cameraman gonna make noise?
Hey, it fell out my pocket.
Damn. But
Blooper.
yeah, right. Shit. So what's up, Biggie Nation? How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all tuning in once again for this series here that we're trying to spark y'all with some interesting stuff. So first off the bat, I want to say I'm not a guy of controversy. Don't really get involved in a whole lot of drama. But what I will tell you is that I was listening to, because one of my clients texted me a link to Nick Trigali's podcast thing, and you know, I gotta say I don't agree with 90% of what he's saying, but it is entertaining. And so I guess it's world-class fitness, or I'm not sure exactly what it is, but Nick Trigali has this podcast, and he was talking about my boy Sean Roden. And for those of you who don't know, me and Sean go way back to even before he turned pro. You know, him and I worked together when he did turn pro, and I love that dude for what he represents. And you know, everybody's talking about how poorly he looked at his guest posing and all that kind of stuff. And again, those that talk bad about him are those that are not doing the business of bodybuilding, other than Sean Ray. Sean Ray's always got an opinion on somebody. But you know, the thing that bothers me about the whole situation is that people commenting on it have never walked in those shoes. They're, you know, like being Mr. Olympia is a great honor, of course, and everyone's got to do it their own way. But here's the deal: if he stays in crazy condition, and then he can't stay healthy, because if you know his backstory, that he's had issues with bleeding ulcers and all this other stuff, which is a product of being too acidic, among other things, then you know maybe the man needs to take a break in order to keep his health. And at the end of the day, none of you guys, I can tell you for a fact, because when I went to the hospital, I lost sponsorships. And I had a lot of support from my fans, but the naysayers and the ones that will be negative and try and give us opinions on how we need to perform as pros, they're not there with us when we're going, holy shit, I hope I can still live. So you got to do what's best for your health, and you got to do what works best for you. And when I got into this business a long time ago, Tony Freeman said to me, don't let them run you till you're in the ground. And I can tell you, for 3 years straight, I did nothing but guest pose, do appearances, and train, and do shows. And I'm thankful for all the experiences. I'm thankful for all the fans. I'm thankful, but I can tell you it takes a toll on your body. It takes a toll on your family. It takes a toll on everything that should be important to you, all in an effort to do the next show, the next appearance, the next event. So I get it. And if you've never walked in their shoes, I think you need to pause. Just, you know, definitely cause the pause when it comes to all the opinions. If the man shows up in shape in September at the Olympia, it's lights out for almost anybody trying to compete against him. Now, my boy Brandon Curry is bringing it, and it's exciting to see him, because I remember him and I used to battle it out in 2016, 2015. Since I've been a pro, we used to battle it out on stage, you know, trading places. So it's really cool to see him rising to the top, and he's a lot of motivation for why I'm coming back and why I'm excited about what I can possibly do. So that's my 2 cents on that. But so what you're gonna see in this video is me training a little back, be doing some dumbbell pullovers, wide grip pull downs. You'll see in there we're doing some stiff arm pull downs, we're doing some seated rows underhand, doing some low rows. So you're hitting the back from all different angles. You know, anybody that knows me, I approach it from a standpoint of scapular retraction, scapular depression, scapular elevation when I'm doing back. So that's the way we approach it, and it's worked well. You know, we've built a lot of thickness, and we're trying to get it all back now as we make this comeback. Then after that, we go home, we pack, because it's off to Dallas to see my boy Ed. I've been coaching him for 3 years, and actually longer than that, but you know, in 2017 he turned pro at 158 pounds. He'll be on stage this week harder, drier than ever, and he'll be about 198, 190, probably, 195, somewhere in there. And it's been a cool road, man. I mean, we missed the mark in New York. It happens, but I'm excited about this one. We are on point, and as his coach, I own that. Like it didn't go perfect, but we rectified it. We made it. We're gonna make it perfect this weekend, and it's gonna be a good experience. That is coming up in only 2 more days, so I'm super excited about that. We got other athletes competing in different places in 2 days. So Team Biggie Smalls is alive and well, kicking. We won. We dominated the show a couple weeks ago at the Lehigh Valley. I'm excited, super excited about this year, my competitors, the season we're having, and life is good, man. Life is good. And like I said, that fever, like when you guys are out there and you're trying to figure out, man, like how do you stay motivated? When you're passionate about it, you're feeling it, and you have a goal that's so clear-cut in your mind, motivation won't be a problem. So if you're having a hard time with motivation, go back to why you're doing it in the first place. Because for me, when I got done my injury, everybody was like, when you get back on stage, when I was kind of haphazardly saying, November, maybe January, or not January, what the hell is in January, but maybe February, March, something like that. But ever since I started going back, it started when I went to New York Pro. Then when I went to Lehigh a few weeks ago, and then getting back in the atmosphere and remembering what I loved about the sport so much, what I loved about the environment, the fans, and my daughter said to me the other day, she said, "Dad, I'm learning how to do a front flip, I'm learning how to do a back flip. You got to get back on stage and guest pose so I can do it for the audience." And I said, if you don't have motivation when your kids, because anybody that knows me knows my kids are everything to me. So your kids are telling you they want you to do it, but I still know I got that drive inside to do it. It's pretty clear. So, we are definitely every week getting more focused, locking in, and July 1st, man, there will be no wavering at all, because that's the date I picked to start my prep for definitely Tokyo, Romania, if we can make it. So that's the goal. That's what we're trying to achieve, and I have 100% faith we will do it. The cool thing is, it's kind of like starting all over again, because I'm seeing my body change. I'm going from being weak, less muscle, a lot more fat. But we're dropping it. It's dropped significantly in the last 4 weeks, and the muscle mass is coming on strong. So this is going to be exciting rest of the year. These next 6 months are going to be awesome. All positive stuff coming your way here out of Team Biggie Smalls, Biggie Nation. So stay tuned, keep watching. I appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Leave your comments at the bottom. Thanks. So, as you can see, we're not doing a bunch of different intensity techniques. As you will see, we're not doing a whole lot of intensity techniques. What we're doing is basic 12, 10, 8, 6. And then obviously at the end, if I pick a weight that's too light, I'll do as many as I can with it. But in an effort to try and rebuild my strength to where, so I can carry normal loads, I'm trying to use a slower negative, rolling into all the positive motion instead of being herky-jerky, very controlled movements, so that I can build my strength without having any setbacks. But it doesn't make sense to do high rep this, high rep that right now, as a foundation, because what I always believe is you can't carve a twig. You have to create the trunk first, the foundation. So as we put more sides on, then we'll do more exciting intensity type techniques throughout the workout. But right now it's about building the strength so we can carry loads that my body was used to before the injury.